I now recognize the ranking member for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In less than a week, between 400 to 700 SBA employees were terminated with notice, then informed the terminations were a mistake, and then fired effective immediately. Many of these employees were veterans, injured or disabled workers, and workers with years of service. Mr. Tran, can you please share how these terminations will affect small businesses who rely on these employees for loans, disaster aid, and small business assistance?
Well, I can say that well over half of our 30,000 plus membership have applied for funding through the SBA, and a significant portion actually rely on different loan products or technical assistance. Over the last couple of years, the SBA has offered, honestly, a real bespoke service to small business owners. We've got members in our cohort who speak directly to regional officers, loan officers that help them drive business sustainability. So the mass firing of between 400 and 700 people will inevitably have a direct impact on entrepreneurs' ability to successfully navigate the challenges that present themselves every single day as a small business owner.
Thank you, Mr. Trent. Last Thursday, Administrator Loeffler announced that she's relocating 6 regional SBA offices away from sanctuary cities. Can you describe the effect the closure of these offices will have on Main Street businesses in urban areas?
Well, it's really unfortunate because what it means is that you've got honest, hardworking entrepreneurs that are now caught in the middle of a game of political football that none of them wanted to have anything to do with in the first place. I'll say that the example from 2019, the relocation of the USDA offices, is a good example of what happens. When the USDA office was moved from DC to Kansas back in 2019, 75% of the workforce left. The local shops that depended on that regular foot traffic languished. And Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney at the time was actually caught saying that this was all designed just to fire people, essentially. So it'd be good, I think, that if we talked about it in those sort of blunt terms, as just like, yeah, we'd like to get rid of folks at the SBA, but this is a PR sleight of hand that's really disadvantaging folks, and the local economies that thrive on that foot traffic in Atlanta and Boston and Denver are certainly going to feel the effects of it.
Thank you for that. And then on March 3rd of 2025, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce published a report titled, "I'm Afraid. Small businesses speak out on tariffs." The report found that tariffs will have a real devastating impact on thousands of small businesses across the nation and on all Americans in the form of higher prices. What are you hearing from the small businesses in the Main Street Alliance?
I have an inbox filled with terrified messages, phone calls and text messages from small business owners that aren't really sure how they're going to continue operating if some of these tariffs go through. I mean, we saw a report released from NFIB, historically the conservative voice for Small Business America. It just came out and showed that February, 12% of small business owners thought it was a good time to expand their business. That's a 5% drop from the previous month, the largest drop in that indicator since April 2020 when COVID struck. So you've got folks that are really scared out here, and it's no laughing matter.
Thank you, Mr. Trent. I'm going to shift to you, Mr. Gutierrez. SBDCs have received level funding over the years, yet you're being asked to do more and more with less and less. Can you please share the importance of full funding for the SBDCs, and how does lurching from one continuing resolution to another hurt SBDC's ability to counsel small businesses?
Thank you for the question. So when the CR happens, to be quite honest with you, it doesn't affect us because we'll have to do what we do on a daily basis, and that's serve our clients. What it does is it promotes the reliance on our host universities to help or to offset any type of potential funding slowdown. And as far as SBDCs being out there and doing the things that we do, we just keep our head down, focus on serving those small businesses, and make sure that we're able to do what is asked of us, what's tasked of us through the grant program that we're tasked with. So,
thank you, Chairman. I yield back.